Friends, T. Ray Greer, I'm so excited to have this conversation with you as we ask the question, are you really protected with your group life insurance policy? I know you have insurance on your job, but do you really have adequate protection? That is the question that is before us. Hit that like button, share this video, and please subscribe to this channel so you can get the information you need to know to make informed decisions daily. All right, friends, let's get down to business. Do you have adequate coverage through your group life insurance policy? Unfortunately, I see it all the time. There are situations that come about that people discovered, unfortunately, either too late or their loved ones find out after the fact that a particular person had group life insurance and that's all they had, only to discover that it was not enough adequate coverage to protect their families. And I want to have this conversation with you because I want to unearth whether or not you really know what you have with your group life insurance policy. So you want to know what your employer has set aside for you and how does it affect you in several different vicissitudes of life. I want to ask you a few questions. If you already know without a shadow of a doubt, you don't have any idea what your policy has in store, you don't know what it entails, then you need to set up an appointment with your human resource person or your employer and have a conversation with them. And I'm going to give you 3 questions you need to ask them that's going to help you navigate through this conversation that will put you in a much better space. The first question you definitely want to find out is your policy portable? Is your group life insurance policy portable? What happens to that policy if you retire? What happens to that policy if you get fired? What happens to that policy if for whatever reason you decide to leave that particular job and go to another company and work for them? Is that policy transferable? And if it is, and I pray that it is, I hope it is transferable. But if it's transferable, how much will it cost you to maintain that policy since you're not an employee of that company anymore and you moved on to another company? All of these are valid questions and all of these can happen. It don't take much for life to change or the dynamics thereof to take an effect on you and that insurance policy. The next question is simply this. Are your rates with your group life insurance policy fixed or do they fluctuate? Fixed means they stay the same irregardless of the situation. Fluctuate means they change due to certain parameters. You need to know this because in this particular time that we live in, particularly the time I'm recording this, inflation has snuck into our nation and things are just higher and the cost of living is just astronomically disproportionate. And our incomes, for the most part, has not changed. So these hits keep adding up. The cost of food is going higher. Fuel is higher. Housing is higher. And the last thing you need is to be blindsided by your insurance policy creeping up because you didn't know that it fluctuates based on certain standards. One of the things I want to talk about is, let's say, for example, John, who has a wonderful group life insurance policy with their employer, and he's celebrating 40 years of life. He's celebrating 40 years of life, and he finds out when he hit 40 after the fact that his policy has fluctuated because he's in a different age bracket. This age range has caused his policy to be increased because now he's no longer in the 30-year bracket. He's now 40, and yet he has a reason to celebrate life, certainly, but it kind of dampened his celebration to find out inadvertently that his insurance has gone up because every range or every 5 years, every 10 years that he gets older, the higher the cost is to pay the premium. To pay the premium on that insurance. So you want to know exactly how much does it cost you in case you have a situation where you're aging. You want to know exactly if your group life insurance policy is one that is fixed or is one that fluctuates over time. The last thing you want to find out is, what are your benefits? Are your benefits twice or three times your salary over the course or a certain amount of time? Is your benefit or your benefits depends on how many years you've been with the company? Does your benefits depends on your role? Is it predicated on your title? In fact, I've seen some cases where managers get less benefits than executives because the way the structure of that insurance policy is set up, your position determines the benefit of that policy. So friends, I know I have thrown a lot at you in a short period of time, but all of these questions are valid questions to really unearth the truth about your group life insurance policy. If you know without a shadow of a doubt that perhaps you have group life insurance policy, or maybe you don't, and you need to secure some insurance that you own and not that company, then give us a call. Understand the best thing to do is to contact an independent insurance broker to help you navigate through this tough experience. The reason you want an independent insurance broker is simply because you want somebody who can give you the best policies from various number of companies and not just one. You don't want to be held captive to one company, but somebody who can give you 5 different quotes of insurance that best fit your needs. And you want to make sure you trust that person. So if you would, you consider me someone you want to work with, please give me a call. My number is on the screen. Contact us. If not me, reach out to somebody who can help you. All right? Remember, we can't predict life, but we can protect life.